Okay, I'm having that deja vu feeling again. Prime time deja vu.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the legendary toys LT02. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So at the front here, and we have Prime on top, legendary toys, LT02, Prime, warning! Please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. On the back of the box, we have your obligatory product shots. Does this, that, the other things and stuff. And that's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along here, we have LT02, which as you can see is a knockoff of the masterpiece movie Optimus Prime. So I bought this because every version of the official mold that I bought had all of the problems, even though I was told they were fixed, and they weren't. They kind of fixed some of the problems, but not all the problems. So I figured, you know what? Let me buy the knockoff and see if the knockoff fixes the problems, and guess what? The knockoff fixes the problems. And this one actually looks better too, in my personal opinion anyway. So let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at his belly, but at the head sculpt. And again, this is a knockoff, so we're not really going to see anything different here as far as sculpting goes, but still, nicely done head sculpt. As you can see, there's a ton of silver on this toy, which the original version was severely lacking, but tons of silver on this one. As you can see on this version, you have the blacked out windows and windshields, which I think does look a bit better, to me anyway, my personal opinion. Trimmed in some silver. I think it looks good. Again, lots of silver going on. Lots of silver. The blue is a nice metallic blue. The red is a little darker than the original and has a nice gloss to it, which I quite like. Again, some nice paintwork there. Going down the arms. Nice silver for the hands. You get some nice painted details there on his belly. Again, some more of that nice metallic blue going on there. Going down the legs. These sections here are actually painted, as opposed to the original. Again, done in that nice metallic blue. And going up the back. Again, looks very, very good. The only issue I have with my copy of the knockoff is that these panels right here that are supposed to tab into his back, you can see they don't actually stay tabbed in. All the joints on this are nice and snug anyway, so it's not like these flop around or anything, but these don't stay tabbed in. Literally the only problem I have with this. Literally the only issue it has. Other than that, everything works just fine. And of course you do have the face swap gimmick. You just raise that up, turn it around, bring it back down, and you can have the mouth plateless Prime if you wish. Totally up to you. How you want to display your toy is always your toy, displayed however you wish. Me personally, I like the mouth plate. But hey, you do you. And of course you do have the opening matrix chamber, just like on the original. You just have to untab these sections here, which these tab in quite securely. Like so. Just bring all that out. Open up his belly. Open up his belly, open up his belly, and then open that up. And there you have the little matrix in there. And yes, it's removable, just like on the original. Get out. Whoops. Get out. Get out. There you go. And you got the little matrix in there. Done in silver. That's cool. It's cool. Get that back in there. Get back. Get back. Go back to your home. Go back to your home. There you go. Now we just tab all this back in. There you go. So you got that going on. So let's get down to the comparison. The only comparison that really matters is this with the original masterpiece movie, Optimus Prime. And as you can see, on the knockoff, the blue is darker, and they also use that metallic paint. The red is a little darker and has a more of a glossy finish to it. a lot more silver on the knockoff as well, as opposed to the, you know, the lot of unpainted dark gray that is on the original toy. And we'll just look at it from the side. Look at it from the back. Side. You can see even these back pieces of his forms, they actually painted with some red and some silver, as opposed to on the original, which they left just that unpainted gray. You know, pretty much everything is painted on the knockoff, which just makes it look a lot better. As you can see, the little canisters here are actually fully painted as opposed to half painted on the original. So, yeah. So me personally, I think the knockoff just overall looks better, my personal opinion, but I think this one just looks better. So there you have that. And of course, he does include his weaponry. He does include his gun right here, which is done in a nice silver, as opposed to the original, which was just the unpainted gray. Well, they did paint they airbrushed the tip of the gun there, the barrel of the gun, with that black. You can see, nicely done in silver. And of course, he can hold this. He can open up his hands. And he can hold his gun. Let's get in there, tab it into his palm. Like so. He does hold it very securely. Close his fingers. There you go. So you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. And of course, he does also have these little pieces. I hate these little pieces just because you can accidentally push them in. But anyway. And of course, he does include his two swords. Now, I think I got a bit of a goof with mine because you can see the blade on this one looks like they actually painted it, and this one looks like they did not paint it. I'm guessing that was a goof on their part, but it's okay because I only display him with one sword, and it's going to be this one, so worked out fine for me. But yeah, that's just kind of weird. But again, is the exact same sword as the original. You can see the silver paint on the knockoff version is a little bit darker. Kind of pops a bit more. So I have that. And of course you can plug these onto Prime's forms. Same way you did on the original. Just tilt the hand down. You have the slot there. And you just tab it in like so. There you go. Now you can slice, 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 slice. So you got that. So now let's run through the articulation real quick. The articulation on this figure is just like on the original, but hey, we'll go through it anyway. The head can rotate, only goes that far side to side before these side pieces get in the way. You can look up, you can do a total squirrel, you can do that. You can look down a little bit as well. Arms. Can do a full 360 on a nice ratchet, in and out. You have bicep rotation. You have over 90 degrees of a bend at the elbow. You have wrist rotation as well as that inward hinge there. The thumb is on a single hinge there. The hands can open and close. The index finger is on two hinges, and the other three fingers are just one solid piece with the hinge on the base. You do have waist rotation, which is kind of snug on mine, but it is there. It is there, trust me. There we go. Waist rotation. Like I said, it's a bit snug on mine. There we go. You got that waist rotation there. Legs can go forward, that far, back, that far, outward. You can pretty much do the full splits. You do have that thigh rotation. You got a double jointed knee. You got full range of movement there, and the feet can move up a little bit, can move down a lot due to transformation. You get some ankle tiltage as well. So obviously, just as posable as the original figure. So now, without further ado, let's get down to transformation, shall we? Because that's the real, for me anyway, this is the real selling point of this figure, is the fact that the transformation actually works. let's get down to it. Okay, so let's just raise his arms up. Bring these out. The transformation is exactly the same, so I mean, you know, transformation-wise, you're not going to see any different steps here, really. Everything moves the same way. Everything ends up in the same place, so probably not going to dwell too much on the transformation, but bring those out like so. And then we want to come back here to the back and just kind of bring these out and undo all this, bring that around, swing that down, let's get that out of the way, and bring that around, right down, again, just get all this out of the way, like so. And then I have to raise up so I have some room to upright. And we just unclip the arms, drop them down, like so. Bring these up, slide them in, they will tab right in the middle there. You can just kind of bring these back. Don't actually tab them in yet, because like I said, you want to do my method. Untab his stomach plate right here, and just bring all of this up, and then take all this, and this will just raise up like so. You want to open up the matrix chamber here, bring this whole section out like so. And I'm kind of doing things out of order, but it's fine. It's fine. It's like these. And just tab them together. Again, you want to leave these out. Just tab those in like that. And where are we going here? Again, just want to kind of get stuff out of our way. Get these out of our way. Move out of my way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Oops, that's not getting it out the way. There we go. Okay. Now we got things where we want it. Okay. So now we can just work on the arms. Take this, flip this in, and then just want to make sure the thumb and hands are curled up. Just take this section and just bring it up and swing it around. This bit right here, we'll just push in this section here. Take this, swing that to the front, bring that forward on that double hinge there, and then you just bring the whole arm out like so. Again, you don't want to tab all this in just yet. Leave that out. Same thing on the other side, second vest, just like the first. Down. Take this and bring that around. Push that in if it hasn't done so for you already. Swing that around. Bring that down to double hinge. Leave that out. And then just bring the arm up. And at this point now, you can take the arms and just swing them in. We're not going to tab them together just yet because now we're going to bring all this around. Bring it down. And at this point, we do have some extra little locking points here. You can see, and the original doesn't have this. There's these little tabs right here. They're just going to tuck in right up under this panel, and there are also some tabs here. They're just going to tab up in here. The original does have these, but these little tabs are not present on the original version of the mold, so you get an extra little locking point there. So you just want to this thing turns into such a mess when you're transforming it that it's kind of hard to film. There we go. So just take those and just push them in like that. Just get all that lined up. And then going in, make sure that goes in, sits under like that, and at that point, then we can just tab everything together. Push it all together, nice and solid like that. Make sure these stay out. At this point now, you got the tabs that will go up underneath the windshield, so just push them up and into place, like so. So you got that going on, and once you do that, you can now take the doors and just kind of put them together ahead of time And now we can take all this and just push it in, and that tabs in nice and flush. Which the original, on every version of the original mold, this never tabbed in perfectly flush. This tabs in perfectly flush. No issues there whatsoever with that. So that's something they definitely fixed. And just do something on the other side. Just make sure you get all this lined up now. And just push it all in together. Again, that tabs in perfectly flush right there. So you got that going on. And now we can just take the eyebrows here. Just bring them up and down. Yeah. Like so. And we got that done. So now, we're going to, what are we going to do now? Let's just work on the legs and get all that situated. So, let me come down here. This will be a little bit easier for me to do, and hopefully a little bit easier for you to see. Alrighty. So, as usual, open this up. Unclip that, bring the foot down like so, flip these sections up like that. You want to open up this panel here, it's on double hinge, so bring it down all the way. Take this, bring this out. You want to come in here and you want to swing out this connector piece for these smokestacks. And I don't know if any version of the mold had this, but there's actually a little looping point here. You can see this little nub right there. Actually makes it so this will actually lock into place now, which is nice. And then you just swing this up so it sits in that slot like so. And then this will just tab in right there like that. And then we can just take this panel and just bring it all the way up on that double hinge like so. And then you want to take the little knee pad here. You can see there's a tab. There's a little notch right there. So you just want that sitting in that notch like that. Then of course you want to take the wheel. Just bring that up. Bring that wheel down like so. And we'll just leave it like that for now. And we will do the other leg. Bring it down. Untab. Bring the foot down, curl up his toes. Oh, and also if they haven't done so on their own, just take this little panel here and just push that in. They usually do so on their own because I accidentally pushed them in anyway. So bring that out. Bring that out. Swing out the little smokestack connector here. And again, that will actually lock into place. And just swing this up so it tabs in, and tab this into the side like so. Come around, bring up that wheel, bring down that wheel, tab in, oops, as I bumped the camera, sorry. And then you just tab in the little knee pad there, bring this up. You got that done. Oh, actually, and also these little panels here, you want to push these in, push those in, and there we go. So at this point now, we just bring the legs up. Oops, no, not that. We want that to stay. Pick up the leg, there we go. Like so. So he is now in a seated position. And then we want to take the hips, and the hips will just slide back. So those will just tab into those notches there, like so. Just get it situated there, like that. And then the legs will peg in right there. They'll tab together right here. And then the whole grill will tab together like so. So there you got that. Hey! So you have that all together now. All together now. So now that we have that done, we can now take this whole assembly and we can just drop it down. Like so. And oops, hey. You stay in your home. You stay in your home. Get back in there. There you go. So you just drop all this down, and you also have those little tabs in there that you want to make sure stay lined up. There we go. Like that. And I think, oh no, think of this side. Go in your home. Go in your home. There we go. There we go. Okay. Bring that down, and the front grille will just tab in right up front there, like so. So we're getting to the home stretch here, and just gotta bring these down, get them out of the way. These little bits just stay in the way the whole time. But now for the smokestacks, we're just going to bring them out, swing it up like so. This panel flips out, this panel flips out, and then all this will just, another thing that's a little loose on mine is the smokestack. I'm gonna say it kind of wants to drop on its own sometime. Again, two things are off on my copy, and yet still better than the original. So this comes down like so. And one thing that's cool, I don't know if any version of the official mold had this, but this, if Legendary Toys came up with this, they're geniuses, because on the original copy of the mold that I have anyway, this right here was just a peg. On this version, on the knockoff, you can see it's actually a hook tab. So what happens here is this section will actually come up and will actually hook over this, and that is now a solid locking point. That's genius. That is just sheer genius. So that actually works. Now, that stays in place. It doesn't go anywhere. Genius. Genius. Again, I don't know if any version of the official mold did that, but either way, it's genius. So, we'll do the other side. And it's just same process here. Just swing that out, swing that up. Bring out this panel, open that up, and just swing all this down like so. And then again, you just kind of bring this up, and that will just go right over that hook tab and lock that in place. Again, genius! Genius! And then you just kind of push the smokestacks back. These are our little tabs. They just kind of sit in there like so. And at this point now, we can take these sections here and they will just fold up and tab in, like so. And bring that up and fold up like so. And that even holds together solidly. Like every copy of the official mold that I had always had a little gap right here, and this, again, solid, just comes together. Actually comes together. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. So now we can just kind of bring these out like so. And if you have everything lined up just right, let me just give the hips an extra little push back, because usually you need to. Once you do that, all this should just swing right in and tab into place like so. Oop, no. If it's doing that, it's because I don't have things lined up with the hips. So this is my bad. This is my bad. There we go. Push it back. I think I got it. I think I got it. Come on. Something's off, and I think it's just the hips. It's just that the hips are not as far back as they can go, then these aren't going to line up. And the official one did this. The official one did this to me too, and it's a pain in the butt. So make sure you get them as far back as they can go, and these should tab in fine. Or do I not have the legs together? I know something's off. Something's off. Something's off that's keeping me from tabbing these in. as they should. There we go. This side went in just fine. There we go. Okay, there we go. Another tab done. There we go. It's just, you always have to do a little bit of adjustment with the thighs just to kind of get things pushed back to where everything will line up back here. This is kind of annoying. You know, the official version of the mold did this. Apparently the knockoff does it too. So, it's alright. And then these sections just tab right in there. And just straighten that out. Just tab that in right in there. Now you just take this section, flip that up. Then you just extend the smoke stacks like so, and again just push those back so they tab in and everything sits nice and flush. And just give everything a little squeeze here, just make sure everything is nice and together as it should be. And there you go. There you have LT02 in truck mode. Now the transformation is still fiddly like the original version was, but everything does come together nice and solidly. Like, I love those actual locking points for the smokestacks, and you know, you have those actual locking points for the hood section here, and you know, everything just comes together nice and solid like, and it works. It actually works. The windshield section, as you can see, there are no gaps. Again, benefits from using my method of transforming it, but as you can see, there are no gaps here. Like, everything just works nice and solidly, and everything just comes together as it should. It works. It works. But let's take a closer look here at the truck mode. You can see a lot of nice silver right up front. You do got some, you have some nice metallic blue right up front here for those little lights there on the bottom. Tiny bit of a gap there. Tiny bit of a gap. It's okay. But nice metallic blue there for those lights in the bottom. You also have it right here as well. You got that metallic blue paint as well. You also have that metallic blue right up top here for these lights. As you can see, all of these are painted and have that nice little metallic blue light right up front. You got those metallic blue lights going down the sides as well. As you can see, again, a lot of silver paints going on here. Looks great. There's the back. All of it decked out in silver. The flames look great. Again, done in that metallic blue with the silver lining. You got the nice red there with silver. Oh no, looks quite nice. And it rolls as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And of course you can store the weapons on the truck mode. You just take the gun and you take the swords, and the swords will just tab in to the sides of the gun. Like so, and all this just plugs into the trailer hitch right there, just like on the original. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but hey, it's a thing you can do if you want to store the weapons. And I forgot to show this off in robot mode, but in robot mode you can store the weapons the exact same way because the trailer hitch is visible, so it just plugs in right back there, just like on the original version of the mold. And just like on the original version of the mold, you can take MP10's trailer and plug it in back there if you wish, and it can tow MP10's trailer. So, hey, it's a thing. It's a thing you can do if you want to do it. And of course, for comparison, here it is with the original official Masterpiece movie Optimus Prime. And, you know, again, the blue is darker, the red is a little darker and has more of a glossy finish to it. Even the silver paint is a little darker, but actually comes off a bit more vibrant than on the original version. Of course, again, you have the the black windshields and windows as opposed to the totally clear ones with the silver behind it. Which I personally prefer the blacked out windows better. I just think it looks better, my personal opinion. And there's none of that unpainted gray plastic on the knockoff. You know, everything that can be painted was painted on the knockoff, you know, which is quite cool. Like even this little hinge section right here, which they left unpainted on the knockoff. They painted it. Like, everything is painted. Everything is painted. Everything has some kind of color on it. There is none of that unpainted plastic on this figure. And we'll just take a look here at the taillights. See, the taillights on the original were painted. On the knockoff, they just kind of painted the whole area here. But yeah, all in all, I have to say I do like the knockoff better than the original. My personal opinion, but I actually do like the knockoff better than the original. So there you go. So there you have LT02, and yeah, this knockoff does what the official version didn't do. It works. And it's funny because this is my 4th time buying this mold. 4th time. You know, obviously, you know, I bought the mold when it originally came out and saw that it had the problems with the truck mode not wanting to come together. And then I saw that you can mod it, so I was like, you know what? Let me buy another one just in case I mess up the first one trying to do these mods. I'll still have one that's still in one piece. So I got a second one. And then a couple months later, somebody in the comment section tells me, oh, my local Toys R Us got a new batch of MPM primes. I bought one and they fixed all the problems. And I was like, okay, well, my Toys R Us just got a new batch of MPM primes, so apparently these are the fixed ones. So I said, okay, I've already bought this mold twice, but if it's apparently fixed, hey, let me check it out, see if it's true. So I went to Toys R Us and I bought the toy a 3rd time, brought it home. And on my copy anyway, they did fix the problem with the bottom part of the smokestack not swinging out far enough. That they did fix, but as far as everything up here, they did not fix that. Like, even with my method of transforming it, like, this stuff up here just would not come together. So I was like, okay, apparently they did not fix it, or only kind of fixed it. So I was like, oh well, and I took it back. And then I saw that this knockoff was coming out, and I thought to myself, well, okay, let's see if the knockoff can actually fix the problems. And guess what? The knockoff fixed the problems. Everything, you know, comes together solidly. I just have like the tiniest little, I have a little bit of a gap right up front there, but that's not the end of the world. You do have some extra locking points, which was not on any version of the mold that I bought. I especially love this locking point right here with this section. Like, I love that they actually made that a locking point. Again, I don't know if this was on the fixed version because I don't remember because I took it back. But that, I absolutely love that that's now a solid locking point instead of just a peg that's just going to sit in there. Like, that actually locks in place now. Love that. Love the paint job on it. I think it looks gorgeous. I think I actually like the darker blue as opposed to the lighter blue. And, you know, like I said, like, I actually like the black windshields. I think it looks better. But, hey, you know, that all just boils down to your personal tastes and preferences. But overall, it looks better. It works better. I think this version is even a little bit heavier. I think the knockoff actually feels a little bit heavier than the original, so there might be a little extra die cast in here. I'm not sure. Quality-wise, nothing to worry about quality-wise. This feels just as good as the original figure, so no worries there. Like, the plastic feels great on this. So, yeah, overall, it's a knockoff, but it is a very, very, very well done knockoff. So yeah, this knockoff is definitely a winner. In my book anyway, this knockoff is a winner. They took the original figure and they made it better and they made it work. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm definitely happy with it. So there you go. Now, I picked this up from Sir Toys. I think Sir Toys is currently sold out, but I believe TF Direct also has it in stock, I think. I'll put a link to both sites in the description down below so you can check them both out. You can also check out my knockoff Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Legendary Toys LT02, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud. Palm in your face. Hey, Prime? Yes, Sam. I was wondering, is there anything I can do to help you fight? Help us fight? Yeah, help you fight the Decepticons. You do realize we're giant robots, right? We can kill you in an instant. I could squish you right now if I wanted to. Oh, come on, I could totally do it. Like that Starscream guy. Come on, I could take him. You? Take Starscream? Really? Yeah, okay. You just keep thinking that, Sam. You just keep thinking that. Little delusional human.